Alrighty, folks, we're 6-0 in our last 6 daily best plays on my premium page. We had the Broncos -2 last night, and they destroyed the Saints in that package. And the good news is, I've got another daily best play going off here for you today. We're also hitting at 62% in our last 30 college football tier package plays on my premium page as well. And the good news is, I've got 3 more premium college football tier package plays going off here tomorrow. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick timeout and welcome you to my college football free pick video here today for Friday, October 18th, 2024. Happy Friday to you. The weekend's finally here. Congratulations, you made it. Of course, if you're joining me for the first time here today, my name is Brock Page. I've been dishing out free sports picks on YouTube since 2016. And once again, folks, we are hitting at 62% my last 30 college football tier package plays. I'm also 5-0 with a push in my last 6 NFL tier package picks on my premium site as well. And that NFL package is included with your purchase of the college football tier membership. Of course, if you want to access all of my premium plays every single day for the next month, you may want to think about signing up for my full access, all-inclusive Gold Club package. Gold Club members get access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you also get access to my exclusive Gold Club video each and every day during that time frame. Absolutely free. It's included with your membership. And once again, folks, we are 6-0 in our last 6 daily best plays. 7-3 in our last 10 NHL tier package picks. And finally, folks, we are 7-2 with a push in our last 10 WNBA tier package picks. And the good news is I've got plays going off in all of those packages here today. And they're all included with your Gold Club membership. And with that, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. We're going to start off with Florida State taking on Duke, 7 o'clock Eastern kickoff. Duke is -3, totals 42.5. And for some reason, we did see a half a point fade of Duke in the early going here. They opened at 3.5. Duke's 5-1 straight up, 4-1 against the point spread. Wins over UNC, Middle Tennessee, UConn, Northwestern, and Elon. That lone loss was to Georgia Tech just last week. Meanwhile, Florida State on the other side, they've fallen to the likes of Clemson, SMU, Memphis, Boston College, and Georgia Tech this year themselves. Their lone win was against the Cal Golden Bears. And with all that in mind, though, this is a bad spot for Florida State backers here. They've scored 16 points or less in their last 5 straight. They're in the bottom 10 in the country in points per game. When it comes to running the football, they're second to last in the nation in yards per game on the ground. They're actually running for just 58 yards a game. And they're going to face a Duke defense who's definitely been tough to score against this season. These guys allow only 17 points a game. They're in the top 3 in yards allowed per completion. Terry Moore has a pair of interceptions out of that secondary, 27 total tackles. And Alex Howard has 3 sacks on the season, 47 tackles for him. But, listen, even though their offense doesn't get talked about much, the Blue Devils, they've actually scored at least 26 points in 4 of 6 games this year. So they're not anemic. They do have the ability to move the chains. Now, injury-wise, Moore and Hasley are out for Duke. Graham, Byers, and Murphy questionable for Florida State. Now, total-wise, the Noles saw all of their games this season stay under the number except for 1. Meanwhile, Duke saw 3 out of their last 4 stay under the total themselves. Unders against the likes of Georgia Tech, UNC, and UConn. Give me Duke -3, under 42.5. Next game, Oregon, Purdue, 8 o'clock Friday night. Oregon's -28, totals 59.5. Half a point fade of the Ducks. They opened 28.5. Oregon 6-0 straight up, 2-4 against the point spread. Wins against Ohio State, Michigan State, UCLA, Oregon State, Boise, and Idaho. Purdue on the other side, 1-5 straight up, 2-4 against the number. Losses against Illinois, Wisconsin, Nebraska, Oregon State, Notre Dame. Just one victory this season, and that was against Indiana State. Of course, this Purdue defense has given up 47 points a game in their last 5 outings. They're allowing 455 total yards per game. And no real surprise here, folks. This secondary is in the bottom 5 in yards allowed per completion. And unfortunately for them, Oregon completes an NCAA best 76% of their passes. Dylan Gabriel's thrown for nearly 1,800 yards, 17 total touchdowns, only 7 sacks allowed. And when it comes to this running game, Jordan James, he's rushed for 667 yards and 6 scores. But even if the offense struggles in this one, this Oregon D has been tough to move the sticks against. They're in the top 20 in defensive quarterback rating. Now, injury-wise, Terrell's questionable for Oregon. Smith and Green are out for Purdue. When it comes to the total, the Ducks could potentially put this one over themselves. They saw 3 out of their last 5 get over the line. Meanwhile, Purdue went 4 money the over in their last 5 themselves. Give me Oregon minus 28 over 59.5. All right, next matchup, Oklahoma State, BYU, 10-15 East. BYU's minus 9.5, totals 53. 2-point move toward the Cougs, opened 8, up to 10. BYU 6-0 straight up, perfect against the point spread. Oklahoma State 3-3 straight up, 2-4 against the number. The Cowboys are currently on a 3-game skid. Losses to West Virginia, K-State, and Utah during that stretch. And when it comes to running the football, these guys are one of the worst in the country to do it. They're gaining only 93 yards a game on the ground, bottom 10 in that category. And, that's a lot of pressure for a quarterback room who's completing only 58% of their throws. And if you think they're having problems on offense, well, this defense has been porous at best. They're in the bottom 5 in the country in total yards per game allowed. And they're facing a BYU team who averages over 34 points a game themselves. And they do a nice job of protecting the quarterback. And when it comes to defensive play, well, you just can't throw it on these guys. They're limiting their competition to just 51% passing. They're in the top 5 in the country in that particular category. Jacob Robinson has a pair of interceptions out of that secondary, 22 tackles on the year. And Harrison Taggart leads the D in tackles with 34 of them. Now, injury-wise, Rapati, Martin, and Brown are out. Meanwhile, for Oklahoma State, Springfield and Wright are questionable. 3 out of the Cowboys' last 4 ball games stayed under the number. BYU saw unders against the likes of Kansas State and SMU. Give me BYU minus 9.5, under 53. Next and final breakdown for the video, Fresno State taking on Nevada, 10:30 Friday night. Fresno's minus 2, totals 49. We saw a 1-point fade of the Bulldogs in this one, opened at 3. Fresno's 3-3 straight up, 3-3 against the point spread. Nevada 3-4 straight up, 5-2 against the number. Nevada with wins against Oregon State, Eastern Washington, and Troy. Losses against San Jose State, Minnesota, Georgia Southern, and SMU. Fresno currently on a 2-game skid. Losses to Wazoo and UNLV. Also dropped their opener to Michigan. They did beat the likes of New Mexico, Sacramento State, and New Mexico State. And believe it or not, Fresno State is doing a nice job throwing the football. They're 32nd in the country in passing yards, top 25 in completions. Mikey Keene's thrown for nearly 1,600 yards. Magdalena with 562 receiving yards and 4 touchdowns. And even though not many folks talk about this defense, the Bulldogs do have a pretty good secondary. Actually 12th in the country in yards allowed per pass attempt. And they're facing a Nevada team who really doesn't throw it all too well. They're gaining just $174 a game through the air. They're in the bottom 20 in yards per completion. When it comes to defensive play, the Wolfpack just really hasn't been good enough getting pressures on the quarterback. They've averaged less than 1.1 sacks per game. Now, injury-wise, Johnson and Purdy are questionable for Nevada. Tarwater and Greer questionable for Fresno. When it comes to the total, Fresno did see overs in 3 out of their last 5. Nevada saw overs in their last 3 straight. Give me Fresno -2 over 49. And with that, folks, now it is time for our quick pick recap. Give me Duke -3 under 42.5. Oregon -28 over 59 and a hook. I'm 6-0 my last 6 daily best plays on my premium site. BYU -9.5 under 53. Give me Fresno State -2 over 49. And with that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my premium page. Now, if you do end up getting a membership here today on my premium site, just a friendly reminder, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships during that time frame, absolutely free. They're going to be included with your membership. That's why I always tell folks that Gold Club package, it's a full access, all-inclusive membership. But most importantly, folks, gotta thank you for joining me right here on the free video. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. With that said, folks, happy Friday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my premium site.